ECMAScript 6 introduced a new method in arrays called map. This is a very useful method, and in React, we use it to render lists, as you will see in the next section. So whenever you want to render a list of items, that's when you use the map method of arrays. So let's say we have an array called colors with 3 items, red, green, and blue. Let's imagine we want to render these using list items. So for each color, we want to have a list item like this, right? So we call the map method on this array, colors.map. Here we need to pass a callback function. The job of this function is to transform each element in this array. So this function is called by the map method for each item in this array. It takes one item at a time and returns a new item. So a callback function takes an item and returns a new item. Now in this case, I want to rename this item to color because we're dealing with an array of colors. Now we take a color, which is a string. We simply return a new string like this. We add the opening li tag plus color plus another string. That includes the closing li tag. Now this map method returns a new array, so it does not modify the original array. Let's call that items. Okay, now we can simplify this code, we can make it cleaner. So we have a callback function. It's a very simple function and a great candidate for converting to an arrow function. So we get rid of the function keyword and put a fat arrow here. We have a single parameter, so we can get rid of the parentheses. We have a single line where we're returning a value, so we can get rid of the return keyword as well as the curly braces. Put everything on one line, get rid of the semicolon, and this is the end result. So we're mapping or transforming the array of colors. For each color, we return a string like this. Now we can take this to the next level and make this code cleaner. These concatenations here are a little bit ugly. So instead, we can use template literals in ES6. So instead of using single or double quotes, we use the backtick character. That's the character before number 1 on your keyboard. Here we can define a template for our string. So we want to have the opening and closing li tags. And in the middle, we want to render the color dynamically. So we add a $sign and curly braces. This is an argument placeholder. What we put in between the braces will be rendered dynamically at runtime. So here we want to render this color that we have here, right? So this is what we call a template literal. Now we get a new array. Let's log that on the console. So console.log items. Save the changes. As you can see, we have an array with 3 items. So this map method is very useful in React when rendering lists, as you will see in the next section.